When Arham first saw Zoya, she was standing outside his office gate in the pouring rain, holding a plastic folder close to her chest as if it contained her entire world. Her clothes were soaked, her shoes torn, and her eyes, deep brown and trembling, were filled with both fear and stubborn hope. "Sir, please, I just need one chance," she said softly, her voice breaking like glass under pressure. Arham, the young CEO known for his cold hard and iron rules, had no reason to listen to a girl applying for a junior assistant job without a proper degree. But something about her eyes, innocent yet exhausted, made him pause. Maybe pity, maybe curiosity, or maybe that faint whisper of humanity he thought he'd lost. "He hired her. Temporary," he said. But fate never hires temporarily. Zoya worked like she was paying for every breath she took. She came early, stayed late, skipped lunch, and smiled through exhaustion. The office girls mocked her due accent, her worn clothes, and her homemade lunch, but she never fought back. "Lakin ko boldu," she'd whisper, "main kud ko sabit karanji." Arham noticed. Every time he'd see her typing under the dim light while everyone else was gone, something in him softened. She reminded him of struggle something money had long stolen from his life. One night, after everyone left, he saw her crying in the pantry. Her brother was sick, her rent overdue, and her salary delayed. Without a word, he placed an envelope beside her. She refused. "I don't take charity, sir. Much basazat chahai." That line haunted him for days. Months passed. Rumors spread that Arham was getting married to Zoya. Everyone thought it was a joke, even Zoya herself. "Why me?" she asked. "Because you need help," he said quietly. "And I can't stand watching you fall apart." She stared at him, her heart breaking before it even began. He didn't love her, he pitied her, but she said yes, because somewhere deep down, she hoped pity might one day turn into love. Their wedding was simple, cold, and mechanical. He wore a designer suit. She wore her mother's old dress. The photographers didn't even stay long. That night, she slept on one corner of the bed while he worked late, pretending not to notice her silent tears. Days turned into months, and Zoya became the invisible wife of a man too busy to care. She cooked his meals, ironed his shirts, smiled at his family functions, but behind that smile, her soul was slowly dying. Every year lucky he married you stabbed her heart. Arham gave her everything except affection. He thought he was doing enough. He had married her, hadn't he? That was his version of kindness. But Zoya's version of love was different. She wanted his time, his respect, his heartbeat, not his guilt. One evening, she overheard him talking to his friend on the phone, saying, "She's fragile, Yar. I just didn't want her to end up on the streets." That night, she didn't cry. She packed her bag, left her wedding ring on the table, and walked out. No drama, no shouting, just silence. Arham didn't chase her, not because he didn't care, but because he didn't understand what he had lost. For him, Zoya was safe somewhere, living quietly. For her, it was the beginning of a new war. She moved into a small apartment, started freelancing online, learned design, marketing, and business, all while fighting hunger, rejection, and loneliness. She failed many times. She cried in the dark many nights. But every failure became a teacher. "Pity made me weak once," she told herself, "but pain will make me powerful." Years passed. Zoya built a small clothing brand called Zoya, named after her late mother. Her handmade scarves went viral on social media after a celebrity wore one on TV. Orders flooded in. Investors called. Within 3 years, she opened boutiques in Karachi, Dubai, and London. From walking out of Arham's mansion with nothing, she became a millionaire with everything except the man who once pitied her. Meanwhile, Arham's empire began to crumble. A bad investment, a betrayal from his partner, and a scandal left him standing where Zoya once stood alone and broken. One night, at a charity gala, he heard someone say, "The chief guest today is Zoya Malik, founder of Zoya." His heart skipped. When she walked in, wearing a simple white saree with elegance that outshone every diamond in the room, time froze. She smiled politely when she saw him, but her eyes, those same brown eyes, were calm, distant, healed. "Mrs. Malik," someone asked her. She smiled. "Miss, I prefer Miss." That one word shattered every piece of pride left in Arham. Later, when everyone left, he approached her. Zoya, you look different? She interrupted softly. Yes, life changes people. Arham, sometimes pity burns us, but it also polishes us. He wanted to apologize, to beg, to undo the past, but she stopped him with a gentle smile. Thank you, she said. If you hadn't married me out of pity, I'd never have learned to love myself out of strength. With that, she turned and walked away, leaving him frozen under the same rain where it all began. But this time, it was his turn to feel small, and her turn to walk free. As she stepped outside, reporters surrounded her. Miss Zoya, what's your secret to success? She looked up at the sky, letting the drizzle kiss her face, and whispered, pity breaks you, faith rebuilds you. And just like that, she smiled for the cameras, no longer the girl begging for a chance, but the woman who became her own miracle.